Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be giving my review of the Chanel Coco handle bag. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is your first time watching my videos. My name is Emma and I make videos about luxury handbags, shoes and lifestyle. So if that is something that you are interested in, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. Just a quick disclaimer before I begin, I own the Chanel Coco handle in the small size in the black caviar leather with the champagne gold hardware. So if you're interested in buying a Coco handle of a different material or a different size, this video might still be useful, but it is not specific to that particular type of bag. So I have my notebook with me so that I can not miss anything. So we're going to go through 5 sections. I've got specifications, price and availability, pros and cons, what fits inside, and then some mod shots as well. So I'm going to go into as much detail, but try and keep this video as short as I possibly can as well. So let's get right in with the specifications of the bag. So this bag was first released in the fall winter collection of 2015. It is known on the Chanel website as the flat bag with top handle, but it is more commonly known as the Coco handle bag, the Chanel Coco handle bag. So I have the small version of it. At the time of me buying this, there were only 3 versions available. This was the smallest, and then there was a medium size, and then there was a large size. But now there are 4 sizes available. There's the micro size, which is quite a lot smaller than this one, and then there's this one, which is now the small, medium and large. So my one comes in the caviar leather and it has the champagne gold hardware. So I'll just hold it up there and you can see. So it's that beautiful, durable caviar leather that Chanel do so well, and beautiful champagne hardware, which means that it's not so yellow gold that you can't wear it with your silver jewelry, but it is still a beautiful gold shade. So really, really pretty bag. Now, one reason why I think this bag is so popular is because it has so many features of a classic Chanel bag. Even though it is not part of the classic collection, it is still considered a seasonal piece. So it has got the beautiful flap with the turn lock closure. So it opens like this with a turn lock. And on the back, it has got the Mona Lisa pocket, so you can just put some small flat items, I guess like parking tickets or receipts in there. And it also has obviously the beautiful chain interwoven with the leather. So the chain on this one is quite thin. It's not a heavy chain, and on this bag as well it is detachable, so you can change the look of your bag just by taking the strap off. And it has got this leather piece as well, which makes it really, really comfortable if you are carrying as a shoulder bag. It also has 4 feet on the bottom. Now, if you go inside, my version is from the fall winter 2020 collection. So I've just got tissue paper, so I store my bags. But this part is leather, and then the interior is actually in fabric, and it is this beautiful Chanel burgundy color. So the bag inside actually has 4 pockets. So it has this main compartment here, and then it has this little slip pocket right in the middle. And then behind the slip pocket is another kind of smaller opening there. And then it has a little zip pocket as well right at the back. So 4 compartments for you to keep your stuff in. And then right at the back, it has the Chanel, and this particular one is made in Italy. So the measurements of the bag in centimeters are 24 centimeters across, and then 14 centimeters high, and then 10 centimeters in depth. So another way you can think of it is if you count the quilts along the bottom here, it's 7 quilts, which is exactly the same as the small classic flap. So if you do have the classic flap, you can sort of get an idea of the comparison of the size. And then as you go up here, because it is this kind of trapeze shape, it's 6 quilts across here. So you can see it gradually gets smaller towards the top. 24 centimeters across the base. It is a pretty roomy bag, and you can fit a surprisingly large amount in this size. One last thing I will mention on the specifications of the bag is that the handle drop here on the strap is very short. Even if you were a petite person, I doubt you could wear this as a crossbody bag. You can buy the little strap extenders. I've seen them on some over and Etsy, which look really, really cute and allow you that flexibility of wearing it across your body. But really this shoulder strap is suited just to being on your shoulder, or else hanging down when you're using this as a top handle bag. Okay, so let's talk price. So I bought this bag in August of 2020. and at that time it retailed for 5,200 Australian dollars. So let's fast forward to March 2022, where this same bag in the caviar leather was on the website, and it now retails for 7,620 Australian dollars. So currently this bag is not on the website, this exact one. There is a variation of it with like a fancy gold handle, and it's like over $9,000. But for the same caviar leather champagne gold hardware, it is now, at the last count, 7,620 Australian dollars. So a huge price increase in under 2 years. Now, in terms of availability, I had read and seen on YouTube, and when I was researching this bag prior to buying it, that it would be hard to get for lots of reasons. It is a desirable bag. I'll list them in the pros section in a minute. But I did not find this hard to buy at all. Obviously, I got my hands on it, right? So I went to the boutique on a Sunday morning. It was in the middle of the pandemic, so it was still the system where you were queuing outside and, you know, a certain amount of people in the shop at one time. But I was definitely the first person there. I think I got there thinking the store would already be open, but it wasn't. That was the first time that I had been in Chanel in Brisbane, and it was the first item I had bought from Chanel in Brisbane as well. So I literally went in, I found an SA. I didn't have an SA that I could call my own. I just found one. And I asked her if she had any of these bags in stock. She said, maybe, I'm gonna go and check. So she went to the back and she went, oh yeah, I've had a delivery of the black small one overnight. Would you like to have a look at it? And I was like, definitely. So she brought it out. Now at the time I was thinking that I would get the medium size one, and they did have one in the store, but it was in navy. And I wasn't keen on having a navy bag as my first Chanel. But I actually honestly preferred the size of the medium on me. But I can talk about why I think it was probably for the best that I didn't go ahead with that one and bought this one instead. But yeah, they had one in black in the store. I looked at it, I was like, yep, looks like it's in pretty good condition, and all the finishes were great. The craftsmanship looked really, really brilliant. And I took it. So there was no pre-spend involved. There wasn't even a relationship that I needed to establish with an SA. I did notice that by the time I paid for it, the store was getting busy, and there were actually people following me around the store on the chance that I was not going to buy it so that they could buy it. So I can see even in that small interaction that it is a popular bag and it is desirable. But yeah, I had no issues whatsoever. I didn't go on a wait list, nothing. I walked in, first time customer, and I walked away with this bag. I think, and I have heard, that certain stores in certain cities, you tend to have a better shot of getting stock. I think the less touristy areas, the less busy cities, apparently you have a better chance of getting the bag that you want. And I definitely found that to be true in Brisbane, because on that day they had so much stock. Even though it was the middle of the pandemic, they had heaps of bags out on the floor. And yeah, I got this incredibly desirable bag with no purchase history on my first attempt. So maybe there is some truth in that. Okay, so let's talk the pros first. First pro of this bag is the price. At least it was in 2020. This bag was $5,000, just over, and compared to the price of a classic flap, it was a significant difference, and it really did help me when I was factoring in the bag that I was going to buy for my first ever purchase from Chanel, right? So I don't know why this bag is so well priced. I guess because it's not considered a classic. It is still a seasonal piece, but it does have so many features of the classic bag. It has the turn lock, it has the beautiful chain, it has, you know, the quilts and the caviar, it has the back pocket. It does look strikingly similar to a small classic flap, but at $3,500 cheaper. So that is definitely a pro. Whether or not I would buy it at the current price of over $7,500, I do not think so. I think it would take a very, very, very special bag to make me go into a boutique now and spend that type of money and not go through the pre-love market. Yes, Chanel has gone crazy with its price increases, right? So that's the first pro, the price. At least it was a few years ago. The second pro is the versatility of this size. And I'll describe what I mean by that. So I did say earlier that when I went into the store, I tried on the medium, which is the bigger one than this, and it is significantly bigger, right? So it is 27 centimeters across, which is actually bigger than the medium flap. And another significant difference between this size and the next one up, the medium, is that the top handle is a lot bigger. So you can actually wear it on the crook of your arm, the medium. Now, I can't wear this one on the crook of my arm. I can only use it handheld. Now, I did say that the medium looked better on my frame. It definitely did. But I know that if I had bought that one, because of the way that the top handle was so big, it could have fit on the crook of my arm. And because of the size, the capacity of that bag, I would have ended up using that as an everyday bag, because any bag I find in my collection that goes into the crook of my arm, I do tend to use as a work bag, because I think that's a very, very comfy way to hold a bag. Because it was so big, I could have fit all my stuff in for work as well. And I'm not, unfortunately, the type of girl who can afford to use a Chanel bag every single day and trash it, right? So I'm glad, despite the fact I preferred the look of the medium, that I didn't buy it, because I think, first of all, I would have been restricted to daytime and I would have just used it too much. And I want to look after this bag because I do see it as an investment in terms of it cost me a lot of money. Now, this size, even though it wasn't my preference, I guess, on my frame, it still looks good, don't get me wrong. I think it's better suited to being a bag that you are going to use for special occasions. Not like super, super, super formal, very, very rare special occasions, but it does look good with any outfit you're wearing if you're going to dinner, if you're going to a bar, if you're going to more of like a formal lunch. I do think it lends itself very well to being more of a going out sort of a bag. And I like that. I think a bag that is this expensive, that is the Chanel, and this is my first ever Chanel purchase. I want it to be special. I want to be using it for special occasions, but I also want to be looking after it and not using it every single day. So because the handle on the small is quite small, like it's not possible for me to wear this in the crook of my arm, I would be using it like this. And I think if you're using a handheld bag, it just really lends itself better to an evening occasion. So I love that you can use it like this, but it is also versatile in that you can wear it on your shoulder. Now, I said that this is too small for crossbody, and it definitely is. I will do mod shots soon, but you can definitely wear it on your shoulder, and I love the way that it looks with like evening outfits. Super, super classy. Or if you feel like a different look entirely, you can take the strap off, but I do like to wear it as like almost a necklace on the bag. I think it looks super, super cute like this. So yes, there's various ways to wear this bag and make it your own, but also it is, I would say, more suited to an evening special glitzy sort of going out bag, and I think just makes it like a little bit more special. Another pro of this bag, because it's in the caviar leather, is its durability. So I've had this for almost 2 years now, and there is literally no wear and tear, like zero. I looked over this thoroughly before I made the video, and nothing. There is no scratching on any of the leather. There is no scratching on any of the hardware. Even the crease, I had seen on other videos that if you are, because it is a stiff bag, it's another thing that I can maybe mention in the con section. It is a stiff bag, but if you are constantly, apparently opening in this over and over again, you can get a crease down the back here. Nope, this bag has not got a crease. So, I have made use of it. Like, I'm not using it every day, but I am using it often. But yes, very, very durable. If you were to get this in a lamb skin, I obviously don't think you would have that same experience, but gorgeous. The caviar leather is really standing the test of time, and I think this bag is going to be with me for a very, very long time in my collection. Another pro of this bag, and I don't fall into this category, but if you were eventually to fall out of love with this bag and you were to sell it, you would definitely get your money back on this. Like, this on the resale market is 7, 8, up to 9,000 Australian dollars. So yes, I know that if I did sell this tomorrow, I would make a profit on it compared to what I originally paid a couple of years ago. So if that is something that you like to do, you like to change your bags often, sell and buy, then this is a pretty safe bet that you're at least going to be able to get your money back on it. And I would say my final pro of this bag is just the aesthetics of it. It is such a cute little bag. Now, since buying this, they have brought out the micro size, which is like seriously tiny. You can't fit a phone in that, so it's a no from me. But yeah, this bag is just so sweet. Like, look at it. Look at this cute, perfect little top handle and the gorgeous shape of it. And it's so smooth and like plush and squishy and shiny and gorgeous. So yes, it does look stunning. Like, when I carry this out, people always compliment me on it. And yeah, I just love looking at it. Like, hey, Chanel, they're very good at what they do, right? It is a beautiful, beautiful bag, a piece of art. Okay, so let's go on to the cons. There's definitely not very many cons at all with this bag. And the first one that comes to mind is the stiffness of the bag. So this top handle is very, 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 very hard. So there is no squishing, there is no movement with this. That could be a good or a bad thing, depending on your preference. But yes, it is very, very solid. And for this size, if you want to wear this as a crook of the arm bag, it's not going to happen unless you have a tiny little arm. So it's definitely going to limit you to just wearing it like this, like carrying it around in your hand, a top handle bag. Another con potential that I can see is that it is quite a stiff bag. It's very, very thick, very, very kind of padded, thick leather. And I mentioned earlier about the crease, and I have seen a few bags that have had that crease, but a lot of wear. Mine hasn't got it yet, thank goodness. But yes, if you're trying to kind of maneuver larger items in and out of this bag, often when you're out and about, I think it could be quite annoying because the opening is quite stiff. There's not much give in the leather at all, and it's not a huge space. It does fit a lot in, as I will show you in a minute, but yeah, it is not a super huge or flexible area to work with there when you're trying to get your items in and out of the bag. And I suppose another con, if you're buying this bag in 2022, is the price, because yes, as we've talked about, it has gone up, so I would really be thinking twice if I was to rebuy this bag. Really thinking twice about it, because it is very, very, very expensive. And the last con, I guess, is if you were intending on wearing this as a crossbody bag, it would be difficult unless you invested in some of the little adapters that you can get from Samorga, in which case it would be possible. But when I do the mod shots, I will show you how it would be very, very hard to wear this bag crossbody as it currently is. Okay, so let's see what can fit inside the bag. So remember, 24 centimeters across. So I'm filming on my current phone, which is the Samsung S21 in the regular size, but I've got my previous phone here, which is a lot larger. So it was the Google 3 Plus, and so it's bigger. I'd say it's probably the size of a large iPhone. That goes in easily, like it just falls into that pocket, heaps of room, even within that same pocket. So no issues there at all. Next, I have my card holder. And I usually just try and put that inside the little slip pocket in the middle, like so. Cute, heaps more room. So then I've got my key pouch. Let's see if that goes in. Yep, so that just goes in just behind my phone, easy peasy. What else can we put in here? Okay, hand sanitizer, definitely gonna need that. So I'm gonna shove that there, down next to my keys. Yeah, perfect. What else? Ooh, hand cream. Let's see if we can get that in there. Yep, definitely. I'm gonna shove that hand cream down in the back pocket. Perfect. What else? Ooh, a little notebook. I wonder if I can get this notebook inside. I do like to take notes. I have my shopping lists and my to-do list now that I've had a baby and my brain has dissolved. There we go. Yep, that fits in there as well. Okay, there's no way you're getting that sunglasses case in there. Definitely not. But if I take the sunglasses out, can I squeeze them in? Let's see. Okay, so here they are. Let's see. Can I put them on the top there? Oh, I can. Perfect. Okay, so sunnies on top as well. So let's see if that will close. Ooh, I think it's going to close. I'm going to have to use both my hands though. Yes, it will. Okay, there you go. So it will close. So just a reminder, we had phone, we had key pouch, we had a notebook, we had hand sanitizer, we had cream, we had a card holder, we had a notebook. So definitely fits all your essentials and slightly more in there depending on what you like to pack with you. And yes, very, very easy. And like I said, if you do have a parking ticket, you're in the city and you brought your car with you, just shove it in the back pocket for easy access. That's what I tend to do. But yeah, wasn't too much of a struggle to close the bag at all. Actually, it feels so nice and weighty, very satisfying. Ooh, I feel like I want to go out. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to do a few mod shots now of me with the bag. So for reference, I am 165 centimeters tall. I am between a size 8 to 10 Australian and UK. That would be a size 4 to 6 in the US. And I would describe my body shape as an elongated hourglass. I have a small waist, I have big hips, I have pretty small bust, but I have wide shoulders as well. So you might see what I mean when I talk about how the medium size may have fitted me a little bit better with my kind of overall body shape, but I still love this nevertheless, and it does still look good. So let's have a look. So top handle, I do like to hold it this way. So if I'm going out, just hold it like this. I don't know why I choose to wear a skirt that's literally the same color as my wall, but here we go. Yes, so holding it cute, or you can let the strap hang just like a little bit of sort of like an accessory on the bag, and that looks really sweet as well. Love it. Okay, now when you try and wear it in the crook of your arm, it is too small. So my elbow is actually here and it's not hitting there. It's not big enough, that drop on the top handle, to be able to do that. So not really an option. So you are limited to holding it like this, but I think that's cute anyway. Just holding it, walking around like this. Oh, gorgeous. Really, really nice. Okay, so let's put it onto my shoulder. Now this is so comfy because of that padded leather strap on the top there. And I do like the way that it sits. My hip bone is right here. So the top of the bag is exactly hitting on my hip bone. So I actually do really prefer a shorter drop for a shoulder bag like this. I don't like it hanging too low. I think it looks just a little bit messy when it does that. So good height, beautiful. Now it is pretty heavy, but it doesn't sort of, you know, bang around or anything. It sits nicely, it's comfy, and the top handle just means it's so easy just to grab it when you need something as well. Now I'm gonna put it over my body and do a crossbody. I'm gonna show you what I mean. Okay, so you see how high this thing is. So this top handle is literally like attacking me in the boob, ouch. If it didn't have the top handle, I think it would be fine. I don't mind a short crossbody length, but if you put it on the back, yeah, no, that's not a thing. That is not gonna happen. That just looks ridiculous. So yes, I think wearing it to the front, maybe if you were like super petite, you could get away with that, or just buy those little strap extenders from Etsy, right? And you can jazz your bag up a bit and make it more versatile at the same time. So yes, that is the kind of cross-body look. I guess if you really did need to be hands-free, you could do it. You could do it, but it might not be comfortable, especially if you were trying to bend over. So yeah, for this size bag, the small, definitely you're going to be wearing it on your shoulder like this, or you are going to be doing a handheld like this. Both, I think, look really, really good. If you are going to go with those larger sizes, the medium or the large, much bigger top handle, and you will absolutely be able to put it in the crook of your arm. But for this size, and certainly the micro size, you only have those two options. Gorgeous. There you go. So I'm just also going to insert a couple of photos of me wearing it, so you can sort of see it with a different outfit. But yeah, it is versatile, it is beautiful. I think if you are looking for your first Chanel bag, this is such a great option because you can do a lot with it. I also love putting a twilly on the top here as well, just to give it a bit of a different feel. But yes, I'm so happy I own this bag. I'm so happy I bought it for the price that I did, because I'm not sure if I would buy it for the current price. Goodness me, Chanel, what are you doing? Yes, but if you are looking to buy this bag, I do highly recommend it. It is a beautiful, beautiful bag. So that is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning into this video, and welcome if this is your very first time watching me. Please consider subscribing. I would love to have you here, and it's the perfect time because next week I'm going to be doing my first ever giveaway. So I have ordered the item that I'm giving away. It has arrived. I personally want to use it myself, but I am restraining myself. So watch out for next week's video because it's going to be really, really cool. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today. I hope that you have an excellent week, and I will see you in my next video. Have a great day.